Welcome. This is your strategizer gamer coming with another video for War Crown. Finally, I believe I'm ready for a full review of the game. This is the same farming spot that I told you minutes ago. I was going to be farming for some time, and at least I'm still farming that. So let's start this, and I have my guide here. We have presentation, graphics, sound, and voice. Graphics. This is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen for tablets and cell phones. Um, most part of the time, I'm playing over my little phone, and although you can see that it's a very crispy game, you don't appreciate until you see that in a tablet. Saw that in my son's tablet, and it's a gorgeous. So the whole consistency of the artwork, the character models, the animations, the background scenarios. Very nice. So, yay, I got an imp. So, let's get out of here. Wanted. No, thank you. Let's go for our options in the scenarios. This is where we basically are going to be staying our lobby, the inn. It's a very nice touch that they add your party here to the inn, so whatever monsters you have, they will be showing here, which is a very nice thing. Once you go to story mode, and we're going to be talking a little bit more of story mode, every encounter is in a different scenario that you see in the rest of the game, so there's a very nice touch. Also, aside from the story mode, the adventure mode has 4 different settings. Every one of those settings will have its own feel, on elevations, on challenges. Very, very interesting. So all of them are very characteristic. The water here in this type of scenarios are beautiful, beautiful done. Same thing here for these winter type scenarios. So um, I am very pleased from the graphics standpoint. The sound is the music is very nice. The sound is very nice. The music is kind of, um, I believe there's just one main music. It's very compelling. From time to time, it can get a little bit too much. So I just lower the volume if that's the case, and we should be okay after a while. There we go. So it's basically the same thing that you see. I mean, there's probably 2 songs now. Now that I'm listening here, just the lobby in thing, and then a more compelling one inside of the battle. Um, Sounds are very nice. Simple but very effective. The voiceovers exist. They're not often, but you'll be able to see them sometimes. Um, they're sparse but well performed. So I believe the presentation is a very high point. It's one of the things that I could see from the beginning from the internet videos and brought me to this game. So let's go to gameplay. Let's actually jump in one of those scenarios. I'm gonna go to normal just to make it faster once we start doing it. Let me go back to my farming spot. Oops, this is not my farming spot. Where's my farming spot? Oh, no, it's not. Is it only heroic? Yeah, it's only heroic. Okay. Um, so this is actually beautiful. So the gameplay, uh, it's based on those hexes. It's not even hexes, but squares. So you will walk. It will recognize that you may make a mistake. Will allow you to circle back. Once you do things, it's gonna tell you. So even if there's this um, wind beats water beats fire, it actually shows you with visuals. So yellow means same element, while red seems shows what is not ideal. It does show what character. It's easy to see what character playing. You have the option to turn, which sometimes it's better. Um, your skills look differently. Even the same characters for different elements will have different looks. Um, it tells you how much damage you're doing. Fair smooth, you don't have to memorize anything. So even if there's a lot of depth to the game, you don't really have to memorize your way. Um, Auto is a very common thing in such games, but sometimes it's so nice to play the game that are just to stop and play by myself. Also, it's very much more efficient, and then we're gonna be talking a little bit about it in a few minutes. So, uh, it's one of the best strategy games like this. You could take Might and Magic, Disciples, all those PC games, and this is on par, if not better than all of those. Um, so it takes the best elements of a Summon Wars game, much older, complex, and huge amounts of people playing the game, and then uh, by providing with this terrain, which is not only beautiful but also give you some sort of strategic changes. So if you go over here, you're higher level, so you do more damage. You can hide between behind structures, spots. They actually have to climb specific places. Very, very, very nice. Um, Also much better than those, I believe, Wonder Tactics or Blight, where you have more of a action RPG and you're walking down a regular path. There's always the same. Um, Nice games, don't take me wrong, but I this is much more my thing. Uh, Turn based, you can think, you can check, but also when you don't have really the time to do it or want to be more efficient, you just alter the whole thing. Gameplay, thumbs up. Let's go to the next thing we want to review. Um, let's go to the UI. So um, I like the way that the UI is mostly very clean. So um, you can see now the UI in the combat. It's very clean. You basically have, let me take it back. So you basically have the turn orders, the skills, and the current character, and a bunch of commands. And then you have timing, turn, how much money you're making, and what else you're gathering here. So it's very clean. It's mostly concentrating on the action here. Um, um, it's not a difficult thing. It's not clunky. So it's mostly a very good aspect of this game during the combat. Outside of the combat, and we hopefully we may be able to see it as we eliminate this one fellow here. Um, it's also well done. I've seen games with a lobby like this in that used to be cities or something. Again, most of those um, ARPG games for cell phones and things like this. Um, I don't need this necklace. So you see, it's very easy to navigate from mission to mission. Um, it's nice that you have. Um, I actually love the fact. So it's like I don't know, World of Warcraft. You go into the dungeon, you know what you can get. There's still some farming elements because you may want this green one, you may have something else for several times. Um, you can sell those other stuff, so you're not really wasting your time. Plus, you can get experience in other stuff, like I had in this other tips video. What else you can do at the same time? Um, During these missions, both this ferry, um, the wanted missions. Eh, okay. The storyline by itself, it's a beautiful thing. Also the arena, and then this is a little bit more crowded, but even so, once you get to those, oh, I can get summons. Free summon. Red, 4 stars. Uh, yeah, I have her in another element. Mabel Feeder. I don't know. Nice, nice. Can't complain. Anyway, um, like the mission, it's not hard. It's easy to navigate. Can be a little bit more crowded, but again, there's a lot to see here. So I believe it's very well done. Could be better. Eh, sometimes yes, but mostly it's fine. Not getting their way. Let's talk about storyline. So you get into the game, and part of the tutorial teaches you who are the characters, the world. And this is something that you see in every one of those games. The adventure mode, which is less of a story thing and more of a game progression thing, is does the job telling you what's going on around, and then there will be cutscenes. There will be times where you be stopped and presented to new challenges or opportunities. But this is storyline. This is beautiful. Again, I was only playing given the level constraints to play those five, so it gives you some more in depth. It is really nice because this is one of the garnets are very important. So um, the 75 garnets you get here, they're very good. And again, it's just encouraging you to go and take a little bit more. It's still not a Skyrim. It's still not a Fallout, but it's for this type of games, it's doing a very good job. So, and again, by having its own section, the storyteller and everything, it does try hard to deliver a story. Thumbs up for that. Although, my opinion, uh, it's enough. I mean, everything past that would turn into something else, and as is, it is great. Which give us to the last part of this sequence, which is innovations. This game innovates very little. Very little. The way we upgrade equipment, I have seen in 2, 3 different games. The heroes, some of the things I've seen 10, 15 maybe different games. Um, Excuse me, guys. Can I? Yeah, thank you. So, um, what is new here? I like the formula for the wanted and the way that it's the primary thing to farm for gear. So this is new, not a big thing, not something too much different, but it's new. Um, the evolution is made in a different way, but it's still the same evolution you see in all of those games. So it's not a big thing. So what I would say about this is while the game doesn't really bring too much innovation, at least from my standpoint, after playing this for like 30 hours, um, it just does everything right. So it doesn't provide you with something new, but it does the same or better than previous games. And that's why I've been investing time here out of enjoyment of what I see here. And again, I fell in love with this kind of games through Summoner Wars, and I can say, depending on what we have here and more to come, this be my thing moving forward. Um, let's talk about some cons here. First, the AI. So the AI is not very good. It's not about the way it casts spells. It's mostly the way it moves units. Um, so your ranged units, your healers, you just move forward toward the enemy, and you just expose them. So the AI is not very well structured. I believe it, even the enemies move better, or at least their abilities work better with the way the AI has been developed. With that being said, I don't know if that's a bad thing, because from time to time you do really want to not auto. It's very efficient autoing. You can do other stuff. I can play other games. I can talk to people. I can watch TV. I can do whatever. But now, from time to time, you'd really want to take command and make it happen. Uh, for the wanted, which is a little harder, maybe for the scenarios where your character level or your gear is not ready, um, it's fine. Not ideal, but fine. Another aspect that is a little bit in trouble. So you see here those um, texts, those as they speak, you're going to be able to see some of, which is a nice way to provide you with subtitles or something like that. From time to time, they'll buggy out, so you're not going to be able to see the whole thing, and then when you click, they kind of skip for the next one. So I believe this is something they need to eventually work. A minor thing, given the fact that you probably can understand what they say. So she's saying that, but sometimes they don't say, so they don't have the someone talking, so you just have to read, and sometimes you miss part of what's going on because of that. So this is something that you should be fixing moving forward. So pros: graphics, gameplay, storyline, UI. Cons: innovations, although you could argue that that's not a bad thing because the implementation is very well done. AI and a few bugs. Let me finally talk about concerns. Let's take command here again. So the arena is probably something that people will want to play just for forever. And um, depending, I haven't been able to play too much by myself, but let's go to the arena shop. So you could technically buy lots of stuff from the arena shop, uh, which is nice. So you could buy those chests. Um, this is probably one of the best things in the game, given the fact that you can skill up, although it's just one per month, which is very little. Um, you can do summons, you can do gear. Um, so arena is always a thing that you can be used for end game for people who appreciate PvP or N. Story mode. I think the story mode, although again I haven't been able to do the event dungeon, so I'm not sure what is inside. Um, and then adventure. I mean, once I finish this one quest here, I'll be able to get, and bear in mind I'm level 13. I'll be able to go to the last difficulty and then 40 more, and then what's next? So I know I can go for the wanted 2 stars, 3 stars, and get better ratios. I can go and get more characters, and I can work on them. But the question is, what what is next? It's a new game. Again, I have placed probably 30 hours or probably another 50, 60 hours to be able to beat the game. And then what's next? So this is just a concern right now. I'm not sure when they're planning to expand the game, or what is the expectations here. But this is the only thing. So after we all place another 50 hours, which could be next week, what's next? So this is my only concern. Overall, this game, I believe I would give it 8 or 9. Let's go with a 9. Um, Not being perfect because of the lack of innovation, although again, very nice implementation. The AI that could be improved and something I'm sure they can work, and some text issues, which again shouldn't be that hard. Um, Leave your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. Um, See you next video. Bye bye.